Hi friends, it's time to know about Lorentz transformation. As we know that in Galilean transformation, only position coordinates are variant, whereas time is absolute. And in Lorentz transformation, both position and time coordinate are variant. It means they are not absolute. Before starting about Lorentz transformation, first of all, we discuss about postulates of special theory of relativity. This theory of relativity was actually given by Einstein. According to this theory, the fundamental laws of physics have the same form for all inertial frames. If we move from one frame to another frame, then there is no change in the laws of physics. According to this postulate, the velocity of light in free space is always constant, and it is about 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Now, on the basis of postulates of special theory of relativity, we require a new transformation in which the speed of light must have the same value in all inertial frame. The transformation must be linear. That is, if the velocity of frame of reference is very much less than the velocity of light, then it converts into Galilean. Also, it should not be based on the absolute time and absolute space. It means both time and space coordinate are variant in this frame of reference. Now, the set of equations used to transform the space and time coordinates on the basis of the postulates of special theory of relativity are known as Lorentz transformation, and it is also known as relativistic space-time transformation. Here we have a frame of reference. This frame of reference is S. This is another frame of reference, which is S dash. Our frame of reference S is stationary, whereas S dash is moving with velocity v with respect to S in x direction. So this is movable frame. First frame is S and second frame is S dash. S dash is moving with velocity v with respect to S in positive x direction. Now, here we have an event or a point P, and the position coordinate of P with respect to S is R, and the position coordinate of P in frame S dash is R dash. Here we are dealing with 4-dimensional space, so the coordinate of P in frame S is x, y, z and t, and the coordinate of P in frame S dash is x dash, y dash, z dash and t dash. Here x, y, z is space coordinate, whereas t is time coordinate. This is x, this is x dash, and since S dash is moving with velocity v, so after time t, it will cover a distance vt. So O dash is equal to vt. Now, if the measurements made in x direction in frame S dash is proportional to the measurement in frame S, then x is directly proportional to x minus vt. And on removing this proportionality sign, we put a constant. So x dash is equal to gamma into x minus vt. Here gamma is constant of proportionality. Now, according to first postulate, the laws of physics must have the same form in both S and S dash. So the corresponding equation of x in terms of x dash and t dash will be obtained by just putting here x by x dash and x by x dash, and v is replaced by minus v and t is replaced by t dash. So x will be gamma into x dash plus vt dash. But x dash is equal to gamma into x minus vt. So we substitute this value of x dash from here to here, then x is equal to gamma into gamma x minus vt plus vt dash, or x upon gamma is equal to gamma x minus gamma vt plus vt dash. If we divide this equation by v, then t dash will be x minus gamma v minus gamma x upon v plus gamma t, or t dash is equal to gamma t minus gamma x upon v, and in bracket 1 minus 1 upon gamma square. Here we just take out gamma x upon v in these two factors. So this will be gamma x upon v, and in bracket 1 minus 1 upon gamma square. Similarly, if we interchanged x and x dash, t and t dash, and also v is replaced by minus v, then t is equal to gamma t dash plus gamma x dash upon v, and in bracket 1 minus 1 upon gamma square. Now let a light signal is given at the origin. It means when t equals to t dash equal to 0, and at this time the origin of both frame of reference coincides. Here both frame of reference S and S dash are coinciding each other, and this is our light signal. And according to second postulate, the speed of light remains same in all inertial frame of reference. It means if we obtain the distance traveled by light in frame S and S dash, then the velocity of light will be same, that is c. The position of signal as seen from S and S dash after time t, since speed of light is c, so after time t, it will cover a distance x is equal to ct in frame S. So this is the distance traveled by light in frame S, so x is equal to ct, and the distance traveled by light in frame S dash, x dash equal to ct dash. So this is the distance traveled by light in frame S dash, so x dash is equal to ct dash. Since x is equal to gamma x dash plus vt dash, so we just put x equal to ct here to here, and x dash equal to ct dash from here to here, then ct is equal to gamma ct dash plus vt dash. Now t dash can be carried out from these two factors, so ct is equal to gamma t dash c plus v. Similarly, since x dash is equal to gamma x minus vt, now we replace this x dash by ct dash and this x by this ct. So this will be ct dash is equal to gamma t c minus v. Now ct equal to gamma t dash c plus v, and ct dash is equal to gamma t c minus v. Now if we multiply these two equations, then c square tt dash is equal to gamma square tt dash, and in bracket c square minus v square. So tt dash and tt dash will be cancelled out. So the result of this will be c square equal to gamma square c square minus v square, or gamma square is equal to c square upon c square minus v square. And if we take out c square in denominator, then gamma square is equal to c square upon c square into 1 minus v square by c square. So c square will be cancelled out, and the result will be gamma is equal to 1 upon root of 1 minus v square by c square. Now from this equation, 1 upon gamma square will be 1 minus v square by c square, or 1 minus 1 upon gamma square equals to v square minus c square. But t dash is equal to gamma t minus gamma x upon v, and in bracket 1 minus 1 upon gamma square. Now if we replace this 1 minus 1 upon gamma square by v square minus c square, then t dash equal to gamma t minus gamma x upon v, and in bracket v square by c square. Now if we cancel this v by this v, then t dash is equal to gamma t minus gamma vx upon c square, or t dash equal to gamma into t minus vx by c square. But x dash is equal to gamma into x minus vt, and the value of gamma is 1 upon root of 1 minus v square by c square. It means x dash is equal to x minus vt upon root of 1 minus v square by c square. Since frame is moving only along x direction, so y and z coordinate will remain same. So y dash equal to y, z dash equal to z. Also, to determine the value of t dash, we just put the value of gamma from here to here. Then t dash is equal to t minus vx upon c square upon root of 1 minus v square by c square. The set of these four equations is known as Lorentz transformation from S to x dash. Now if we interchange x by x dash and x dash by x, y by y dash and y dash by y, z by z dash and z dash by z, and t by t dash and t dash by t, also v is replaced by minus v, then x is equal to x dash plus vt dash upon root of 1 minus v square by c square, y equals to y dash, z equals to z dash, and t is equal to t dash plus vx dash upon c square upon root of 1 minus v square by c square. The set of these four equations is known as inverse Lorentz transformation from S dash to S. Here we end our session. So for more interactive session of this kind, please like, share and subscribe the channel, and don't forget to press bell icon button. Thanks for your patience. Goodbye.